Have you ever watched one of your pigeons just fade away, sitting in the corner, puffed up, not eating, not flying? You give them the medications, you spend money at the vet, and still nothing changes. What if I told you that for hundreds of years, pigeon breeders had no vets, no antibiotics, no fancy supplements, and their birds were thriving? Today I'm going to show you exactly what they knew, what we forgot, and how a simple blend of herbs you probably already have in your kitchen can bring your pigeons back to life. Stay with me, because what you're about to see will completely change how you care for your birds. Before we talk about cures, let's talk about symptoms, because most pigeon owners notice something is wrong too late. Here are the warning signs you should never ignore. First, your pigeon is sitting with its feathers puffed up, eyes half closed. This is not rest. This is your bird's body fighting something. Second, loose droppings, especially green or yellowish ones. This tells you the liver or digestive system is under attack. Third, breathing with an open beak, clicking sounds, or rattling chest. This is a respiratory infection, and it spreads fast through your entire loft. Fourth, weight loss. You pick up your bird and it feels like nothing. The chest bone is sharp like a knife. Fifth, discharge from the nose or eyes. Sticky, crusty, or watery, it doesn't matter. Any discharge is a red flag. These 5 symptoms can be caused by Salmonella, E. coli, Trichomonas, paramyxovirus, or simple fungal overgrowth, and the herbal blends I'm about to show you target all of them. Let's start with the most dangerous and most common problem, respiratory infections. Is what kills pigeons fast. Your bird is clicking, rattling, breathing through its mouth, and you don't have time to waste. Here's what you need. Dried thyme, 2 tablespoons. Dried oregano, 1 tablespoon. Eucalyptus leaves, 1 tablespoon. Fresh ginger root, grated, 1 teaspoon. And raw garlic, 2 cloves, crushed. Now here's what you do. Boil 1 liter of water. Add all these ingredients together. Let it simmer, not boil hard, for 15 minutes. Then let it cool completely. Strain it. This is your respiratory herbal tea. Replace your pigeon's drinking water with this tea 3 days in a row. Thyme and oregano carry natural compounds that fight bacteria and open the airways. Eucalyptus acts like a natural vapor rub. It penetrates the respiratory tract. Ginger reduces inflammation in the throat and lungs. Garlic. And this one is critical. Garlic has been proven in multiple studies to fight both bacteria and fungi inside the body. If your bird has a respiratory infection, you should see improvement within 48 hours. If you don't, go to a vet. But in my experience, and in the experience of breeders I've spoken to across Europe and the Middle East, this blend works when nothing else does. Now let's talk about the gut. Green droppings, watery droppings, droppings that smell wrong. These are all signs the digestive system is under attack. Salmonella is the #1 killer in pigeon lofts, and most breeders don't even realize that birds have it until it's too late. Here is the blend that targets the gut directly. You will need dried chamomile flowers, 2 tablespoons. Fennel seeds, 1 tablespoon, slightly crushed. Turmeric powder, 1 teaspoon. Apple cider vinegar, 1 tablespoon, raw and unfiltered. And dried peppermint, 1 tablespoon. Mix the chamomile, fennel, turmeric, and peppermint together. Boil half a liter of water, pour it over the herbs, and steep for 20 minutes covered, like you're making a strong tea. Let it cool. Strain it. Then add the apple cider vinegar into the cooled liquid. This is important. Never add vinegar to hot liquid. It destroys the active compounds. Now you have 2 options. Option 1, replace their drinking water with this for 2 days straight. Option 2, soak their grain feed in this liquid for 30 minutes before serving. The soak grain method is slower but gentler, perfect for birds that are only mildly unwell. Chamomile calms intestinal inflammation. Fennel eliminates gas and bloating. Turmeric is one of the most powerful anti-inflammatory compounds found in nature. It directly supports liver function. Apple cider vinegar changes the pH of the gut. And bad bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli simply cannot survive in the right pH environment. Peppermint kills parasites. This blend is your gut reset button. Now, this one is not a treatment. This is a prevention blend. And prevention is everything that a bird with a strong immune system simply doesn't get sick. This is the blend I recommend every breeder use at least once a week in their bird's feed. Here's what you need. Dried black seed, also called Nigella sativa, 1 tablespoon, ground. Dried rosemary, 1 teaspoon, ground fine. Dried sage, 1 teaspoon. Cinnamon powder, half a teaspoon. And dried nettle leaf, 1 tablespoon, powdered. Mix all of these together into a dry powder. You can prepare a large batch and store it in a sealed jar for up to 3 months. Every week, add 1 teaspoon of this powder per bird into their dry feed and mix well. Black seed, Nigella sativa, has been used for over 3,000 years in Middle Eastern and Asian medicine. Modern research confirms it has antiviral, antibacterial, and antiparasitic properties. Rosemary and sage stimulate the immune system and also keep pests away from the loft. Cinnamon regulates blood sugar. Yes, birds have blood sugar issues too, and it also fights fungal infections like aspergillus, which is deadly in pigeons. Nettle isone are the highest sources of natural iron and vitamins for birds. Think of this powder as a weekly vitamin supplement, but one that actually works on a cellular level. Not all problems are internal. Sometimes your pigeon has mites crawling under its feathers, a wound that won't heal, or scaly crusty skin around the beak and eyes. That's usually canker or fungal infection on the surface. This blend is applied externally, directly on the bird. You will need raw coconut oil, 2 tablespoons as your base. Dried neem leaf powder, 1 teaspoon. Clove powder, half a teaspoon. Lavender essential oil, 5 drops only. And dried calendula petals, powdered, 1 teaspoon. Gently warm the coconut oil until it becomes liquid but not hot. Mix in the neem powder, clove powder, and calendula. Stir until fully combined. Remove from heat and add the lavender oil only after it has cooled slightly. Pour into a small jar. It will solidify at room temperature into a paste. To apply, use a cotton swab or your finger. Apply to affected areas, around the beak for canker, under the wings and around the vent for mites, and directly on wounds. Do this once a day for 5 days. Neem is one of the most powerful natural antiparasitic compounds known to science. Mites and lice cannot survive exposure to it. Clove has antifungal and anesthetic properties. It also kills the eggs of parasites. Calendula accelerates wound healing dramatically. Lavender is antibacterial and also calms the bird during application. Coconut oil carries everything deep into the skin and feather follicles where parasites hide. Now let me put it all together for you that if your birds are sick right now, or if you just want to do a full seasonal reset, here is the exact 7-day schedule I follow day 1 and day 2. Give only the respiratory tea as drinkingwater.no regular water. Just a tea. Also apply the external paste if there are any visible skin or feather problems. Day 3. Switch to the digestive blend tea as drinking water. Soak their grain in the same liquid for 30 minutes before feeding. Day 4. Give plain, clean water. Let their body rest from the herbs. Feed normally, but add the immunity powder to their dry grain. Day 5. Repeat the respiratory tea if breathing issues were present, or repeat the digestive blend if gut issues were the main concern. Day 6. Plain water again. Increase the immunity powder dose slightly. Day 7. Give a mix of half plain water and half a digestive blend tea. Apply the external paste one final time. After this 7-day cycle, I promise you, your birds will look different. Their eyes will be brighter, their feathers will be tighter, that they'll be active, eating, drinking, flying. Because you haven't just masked the symptoms, you've actually rebuilt their system from the inside out. Do this cycle every season change, 4 times a year. And you will have a loft that other breeders come to visit just to understand your secret. Before you go try all of this, there are 4 things I need you to hear. Number 1, these blends are powerful, but they are not magic. If your bird has a broken bone, a tumor, or an advanced viral infection like paramyxovirus, please go to a vet. Herbal medicine supports and rebuilds. It does not replace emergency care. Number 2, always use clean, filtered water for your teas. Tap water with chlorine will destroy the active compounds in the herbs before they even reach your bird. Number 3, never give herbal treatments to chicks under 3 weeks old. Their digestive systems are too sensitive. Start with very diluted versions after week 4. Number 4, do not mix all 4 blend together at once, thinking more is better. Each blend targets a specific system. More is not better. Proper timing is better. Follow the 7-day schedule I gave you and trust the process. I started this channel because I was tired of watching good birds die from things that didn't have to kill them. I've spent years collecting these methods, talking to old breeders, reading traditional texts, testing blends on my own birds. And the results have been extraordinary. Not because herbal medicine is magic, but because we've forgotten that nature built these plants to fight the same bacteria, the same fungi, the same parasite that attack our bird today. That knowledge didn't disappear. It just got buried under advertising. I'm here to dig it back up. If this video helped you, share it with one breeder who needs it. Leave a comment below telling me which blend you're going to try first. And if you have your own herbal method, something your grandfather taught you, something you discovered by accident, write it in the comments. This channel is not just me talking at you. It's a community of people who actually care about their birds. Subscribe, hit the bell, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care of your birds, and they'll take care of your soul.